fam, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be partnering with Sigma Beauty so I can share with you guys some of my favorite makeup brushes, which I think is very important, and it's been a long time since I talked to you about brushes, and so many times, in fact, usually the makeup brush makes more of a difference than the actual makeup itself. And so I really want to share with you guys some of my favorite brushes from Sigma Beauty. You guys know I'm a huge fan of their products. I am an affiliate. I do want to be open and honest with that and tell you guys right away, of course I am an affiliate, and anytime you buy through my link, I do get a small commission from Sigma Beauty if you use my discount code and buy through my link. But of course, if you didn't want to do that, you could always just Google this brush. It'll come up for you, or you can go purchase it at the Sigma store in the Mall of America, which is freaking fantastic, by the way. I don't know if you guys have all been there yet, but if you get a chance, please go to it. It is amazing. It's so much fun. If you want to check out their brushes, I will of course be linking them down below, as well as with my coupon code that is SHAEXo. That normally gets you 10% off, but actually till April 7th, you guys get 20% off, which is like freaking crazy. So I thought I would share with you guys my top Sigma brushes. If you're ready, I try to keep this to 10 total, but there might be more. This is pretty much just necessary. This is the Sigma Beauty Large Powder F30 brush. I use it on a daily basis. They also have one a little smaller if you prefer a smaller handle, you guys. So this is going to be your large powder F20. This is your large powder F30. I love this one. I love them both, but I love the F30 because the handle's really lightweight and it does really buff in and smooth your powder really well. You know, it's just a simple powder brush. You really can't go wrong with this. I don't have a lot to say on this brush because it's extremely easy. Large powder F30, again, you can just tap it off. It picks up a really nice amount of product and it just buffs it in so beautifully. I love these brushes. I love the rose gold handle. And also I want to say that this is one of the first brushes I was ever given from Sigma when they sent me a rose gold set way back in the day. And I've had mine the entire time. I've not had to throw it away. It's fantastic. It's basic. I know I don't have a lot to say about it, but that's just because it's like that one necessary brush that just kind of ties everything together, you know? All right, so next, while we're on the subject of the face, you guys, and we just kind of talked about powder brushes, I kind of skipped ahead. Probably should have talked about this first, but it's okay. Foundation, right? Foundation is just the key to my soul. My life does not exist without foundation, or I don't like it without foundation. No, I'm just kidding. Since I take my foundation so seriously, there's only two things I'm using currently to apply my foundation. Of course, I'm so sure you guys are all aware of the F80 by now, the F80 Flat Kabuki. This is what it looks like here. If you're unfamiliar, it's the best-selling foundation brush. It's fantastic. It has this awesome flat top Kabuki. It's super duper soft. It has synthetic hair, so it can really blend in your foundation, and it doesn't leave streaks. It's just smooth. It's such a smooth application. Oh, I could put it on my face all day. It feels buttery. So this has been for many years. This has been my go-to brush for foundation every single day. But you guys, this has completely taken over my blending foundation little life. This is the Sigma Beauty 3D HD blender. It's fantastic. I don't want to say that it's better than the F80 because they're just different. You can still use this brush to apply your foundation if you already have it at home, and then you just use your sponge to go over the edges and kind of smooth everything out. Or if you're like me and you get these really annoying like smile lines, blended it right out like a dream. But anyway, again, this is the 3D HD blender. It's their brand new blender. This one actually has a flat edge underneath, and then you have two flat edges on either side here as well, and then you have a soft, very smooth edge for blending and rolling and doing anything like that. It's fantastic, you guys. I'm telling you, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how Sigma thought of the best egg blender shape, but they did. You truly need each of these surfaces. I love dabbing my foundation in with this every morning. This side makes it so full coverage, I feel like it's just really concentrating that coverage onto my skin. So I'll typically do foundation application here, or even concealer, because you see how you can pinch it and it makes that perfect like little egg shape. You go right like this. See that? It lays right in there. Concealer, foundation, I blend it all in on this side. Then you have these edges here, these really sharp edges to get in there and carve out your contour, or underneath your jawline right there, you can see. You can slide your translucent powder down there. At the end of your makeup, I'll grab some like that. I'll get it on the sponge and just line it up real quick. Say you guys are about to take a selfie and you want your contour to be like slaying. I'll lay that powder just like that, and then just dust it off. And that really sharpens it up. It really cuts it. Yeah, the 3D HD is just fantastic. I love it. And again, I still love it with my F80, and only $15, which is crazy. Next, for the under eye area, you guys, I want to talk about baking or highlighting, just focusing on the little inner eye part, because right here is where I get dark. It's where I spend a lot of time trying to correct. You guys know that I've been wanting to get like under eye filler because I just always get so hollow under here. I look sleepy. It bothers me. But of course, I talked myself out of it because we're trying to plan a wedding. trying, and that's what I really want to save for more than anything in the world, way more than, you know, putting needles in my face. That doesn't even sound fun. So I've been working really hard to start correcting my under eye better, and I want to show you guys what I use. It's the Concealer Blend Kabuki F79 brush from Sigma. It is one of their newer ones. I just want to show you how perfectly it fits underneath the eye. So you can blend out your concealer with this. It's just the perfect little size for right underneath your eye. And this is where I want to show you guys how well it fits. It fits right up, right above your cheekbone, I guess I would say. It fits in that socket. Do you know what I mean? This is like the perfect size brush. Someone had to put a lot of work into this to make this the perfect size brush to not go too far over your highlight point, to not go too far over your bronzer. I'll show you why that's important, because what I use it for is something like this. This is just a little highlighting powder. It's a little matte brightening powder. So I'm just gonna take it like that, and I just like pocket it. I just like to pocket it right in here and just give it a few taps, blend out and bring it right up here. And you can see how it didn't even disrupt my highlight or my bronzer. It kept that perfectly flawless, but helps me to brighten up my inner corner. And now you guys can see the difference. This one is obviously a lot more bright, a lot more smooth, and this one looks a little meh. I just love that, and I cannot believe it didn't mess up my highlighter at all. But even if it did, you guys, I will take a little bit more. I'm gonna take this brush. I'm not doing this like most favorite to least favorite, because this would definitely be way up there on the favorites list. I don't even know where to put him, because it's the best highlighter brush ever. I truly felt like I never had good luck with fan brushes until I had this one, and this one is so thin, and I think that's why. The Strobing Fan F42 brush, it's super dense, which is nice. It really picks up a lot of color. Look at it. Even when I hit it against my hand, I love that straight line that it keeps. Of course, down the nose and on the chinny chin chin. It is such a good fan brush. This next brush is so fantastic for anyone who gets a little lazy or a little tired or doesn't want to put in too much work. This is the Sigma Soft Angled Contour F23. It's the perfect, like, look at it. I feel like I have the biggest cheeks, I have the biggest, like, face, and I feel like nothing ever fits me, but this one does, and it'll work for you too. So this I will just run with bronzer right through my hollow, just like this, real quick, and it's done. You hardly need to put any product on this brush because it's so dense, and it's lovely. Look, it fits the temple to perfection. You guys know how I am about my temple bronzer. Again, you can use these brushes for whatever you want. It's also a fantastic powder sweeper away brush where you could hit every single side with a different product and just get your whole face put on that way. If you ain't got time to play games with your face, this is the brush. It's gonna buff everything without you trying, and you can do everything else with it. You can apply your highlighter, your blush, and your bronzer. It works freaking everywhere. I have 2 more brushes, and then we're gonna move on to the eyes, you guys, because eye brushes are kind of like where I really geek out about. The last 2 brushes I require for my face, and I'm going to show you them really quickly because I kind of use them for the same things almost. The Tapered Highlighter F35, and again, it's so great for sweeping away any translucent powder underneath the eye, but I also love it for contouring. I love it for highlighting. You can use it for freaking anything. This is what I meant by these brushes being just like extremely adaptable. It fits my contour, it fits my highlight, and it fits my under eye area. This, again, I will typically just use it to sweep off powder. It's pretty simple, but should I need it for contour, highlight, any of that, I can definitely use it for that. And you guys can too, which is pretty nice. So I love this. This is the Sigma Beauty Bake Precision P89 brush, and it's fantastic for a million reasons. You guys can take your little translucent powder right on the edge of this brush, and you could use it to bake out your under eye area. What I love to do with it though is use it as my contouring brush. So I take the sharpest edge. Do you see this side? And that's what I lightly run into my contour powder. So you can see it's a little dark on the edge of my brush now. And I take this sharp side because it just keeps it real firm and real steady. And I use that to do my nose contour. And I'm telling you, it has changed my nose contouring game. So I'll show you guys. I'll go like this. Apply, 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 apply like that. Perfect. Just like that. And then you flip to the lighter side. And I use that to buff and kind of swirl it in and just blend my contour in. No additional product, you guys. I've picked up no foundation powder. I'm just using whatever was on my nose to begin with. And I just like to run that flat side. I just use it to blend everywhere. It's so flat. That's what makes it really handy. It's just crazy. It's a good brush. It's a good brush. I don't use it under my eyes as much as I should for the baking though. So in case you were wondering, definitely try the Bake Precision P89 for your nose contour. It just gives a super straight line, which I love. So swimming on into the eye brushes. I'm so corny. Okay, what should we start with? Okay, the Sigma Beauty Tapered Blending E4 E40. And you guys, by the way, there's an actual E40 song. The words like Sigma E40 brush in it. It's crazy. Like, you know, E40, you gotta look it up. It's really nuts. But anyway, I love to run it over and just blend everything out using it. You can of course put it like a light shadow on it or a foundation powder. You can use it to add a transition shade, and you can just do so much with this brush. So again, it's very basic, but it's very necessary. But say you want something a little bit stiffer or a little bit firmer, that's where the E35 will come in. And this here is the Sigma E35. I do like this more than the E40 because I've told you guys, I've kind of explained this to you before. I prefer a rougher brush a lot of times to a soft brush. Sometimes I get a little product happy and I over apply product. So it requires me to have a much more, I don't want to say abrasive, but a little bit more of an aggressive brush, a little bit more of firmer bristles and a little bit of tension there, because I feel like that's the only thing that will really buff out some of these harsh lines sometimes when you're really working on your blending game. I truly believe it depends on the pressure you're holding your brush, and it depends on the bristle type. So bear that in mind. That's the difference between the E35 and the E40. E35, you're gonna get a little bit, you can tell by the way I hit on it, it doesn't even move, where the E40 is a little more fluffy. Okay, you guys, it feels like I've been waiting this whole video to talk about this brush. A lot of my regular video watchers might know which one I'm talking about. He is everything. He's the most important thing to me in the Sigma Beauty brush family. If he ever goes away, so help me God, Sigma Beauty, I will delete my channel, so don't ever take him away from me. I'm getting emotional over this brush right now because I thought for a second what it would be like to live life without it. And it's not pretty, but anyway, this is my life. This is my little guy. My little Sigma Beauty Blending E36 brush, you guys. So if you're someone that hates black eyeshadow or you have a hard time using it, I'm gonna take some of the black because it's my favorite. It's the best, you guys. You should always use black shadow because it transforms every single look. You can use it as eyeliner. You can use it as a million things. I blend them in on my lower lash line. I've used it on my lips before to put glitter and things. It's just another blending brush. You could do a million things. But what I really love is at the end of all my makeup, everything's done. And it's just like, oh, it's like, okay, it's pretty, but it's not done. I just take my little E36 guy and I just pop him right here. If I'm like, okay, I just need a little more mystery, I just start working him right here on top of my liner, on top of my mascara. I don't care. Just pop him in there real quick. Do you see that? It is the best, most perfect size to be able to accent your outer crease here, your little outer V, without needing to work that hard at your outer V at all. It took 2 seconds to get a really minxy, sophisticated looking black smoky eye. You can bring it around as far as you want. It's just tiny. It's so convenient. Ooh, I really like that. So it just got a little bit smokier, but that's why I love this brush. It makes black eyeshadow or just any little shadow that you're maybe a little intimidated to use super duper freaking easy and just tight and concise to your lid so that you don't go too overboard. And just to show you guys the size compared to the E40 and the E35 there, you can see how it's just perfectly smaller than both of them. The next one I will say that I 100% without a doubt need. Use it every day, have a million of them because they're my favorite thing. This is the Flat Definer E15 brush. You guys wait till you carve your brows out with this Mamba Jamba. It's amazing. I'm gonna zoom in because I'm gonna hope that you're gonna be able to see, and forgive my brows because they're not that great right now. Love to take a little foundation and concealer under here, and I just use it to clean up all along the brow, as a lot of people do. And what's awesome is it's flat, so you can flip it and just hold it above your brow like this. Just super awesome for anyone who likes a pretty precise brow. But of course, that's not the only way you have to use it. Some people really like it for their eyeliner. You can really shape up your lip line too, which is a really good trick. This is the Sigma Beauty Lip Concealer. I don't know if you guys know about their lip concealer, but it's pretty great. You just use it around your mouth like that. It's a really good neutralizing concealer. Anyway, this brush, this concealer, great duo for carving your brows, carving out your lips. I'll link all this down below so you guys can check it out. Okay, so I actually only have 2 more brushes left to talk about, you guys, so I want to make this short and sweet. They're very simple, but again, necessary for me every single day. This here's the Line Perfector E68 brush. It is what I use today to draw my wing, and that's usually what I like it for, plain and simple. You basically just stamp it exactly where you want it and drag it over. It's so easy. The size of it has made it it's made my wing application so much easier. Yeah, I prefer this. I love the big shape of it. And it's really easy to, you can do a lot of fun stuff with this, like cut creases and get different shapes. It's really fun to use. You can also do your brows with this one extremely quickly. It really does great brows. It, again, is such a universal brush. You could use it for anything, so it's pretty cool. And last but not least, you guys, I'm going to tell you about my favorite liner brush for gel liner. This is the Sigma Bent Liner B12. B12 brush, and I almost called it a B12 shot because it truly is like my B12 shot for brushes anytime, or for eyeliner. Sometimes you might be a little low on B12 or vitamins, and you might have to get a B12 shot. That's why I call it my B12 liner brush, even though it is the B12, because I feel like anytime my liner is like a little if I use this over it to clean it up, I can usually get it like perfection. It just keeps it really tight, really sharp, and really clean. And I love how tiny that little point is on it, you know what I mean? You can get a really sharp little line. And again, I love that it's called the B12 bent liner brush because it really sounds like a B12 shot. I don't know why that's funny to me. Oh, I did want to let you know that Jackie Aina's brush collection, her favorite set just came out. So this is a set with all of her favorites in it. If you are interested in these brushes, you could save money by getting them in the kit. But this has the F80 flat kabuki in it, so you'll get the foundation one. She picked out the tapered highlighter, this one here, okay? 35, love that. She also has the diffused crease brush, which I didn't show you guys, but is fantastic, and it's right here, because again, I used it today. It's just a very nice and firm blending brush. She also included the Short Shader E20, which is a small little short shader brush, great for your waterline, for smudging. And then last but not least, you guys, she also put the Giant liner brush in it, the Giant Line Perfector E68 angled brush. So you can get all of these brushes in Jackie's set right now. Ugh, so cute, love. So this is, I believe, $68 on the Sigma Beauty website. I'll be sure to link it down below and put the prices up so you guys know for sure. But it's a great set if you want to save a little money on your brushes. Anyways, you guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what your favorite brushes are down below. If you want to check any of these brushes out, I will have them all linked down below for you guys. Also with my 20% off coupon code, which is SHAEXo. Remember, you want to use it before April 7th, so make sure you do that to save 20% off because I normally only have 10% off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!